child. Yeah.
He's
yeah.
the dad boy. He's the one who raises children.
Publish YouTube broadcast. It's
Child.
time. Yeah.
He's
there
the
we go.
dad boy. He's
Hey!
the one who raises children.
Look,
Hello.
it's the voice of CAULIFLA right here. Publish YouTube broadcast. It's
Child.
time. Yeah.
He's
there
the
we
dad
go.
boy.
He's the
Hey!
And then edit in all the cussing.
She's probably more cooperative realistically tan I am.
Oh, easily. And yet she wakes up at like 4 a.m. crying, wanting food. Oh, wait. I guess, yeah, no, that applies.
Yeah, pretty much. Hello everyone. I am a geek for fun, and it's been a minute before we've done one of these things. We wanted to celebrate the wrapping up of the Super Saiyan Saga and the fantastic support you guys have all given to that series. It's the view counts on those ones. They're still not blowing the records of YouTube, but they're doing really well for our standards. So it really means a lot that you all came out and enjoyed those ones and you gave all our support. So to do that, one of the big things from the last episode, one of the things loads of people got great response for, was our version of CAULIFLA. And so, without further ado, we have brought her on to the show.
Yep.
Say hi!
Hi! I'm CAULIFLA!
It's actually her, yeah, it's the baby.
There you go.
Yep. No, Aaron is here, and we hype. Aaron's awesome.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Well,
man.
we've got mostly me and Ian are going to be here to answer story questions if you want as well, or so and such like that. But given we do have the voice actress, and like we did with Sanji's episode, and like we did with the previous voice acting Q&A, if you've got any CAULIFLA-centric questions or headcanons, or just any questions you want to ask about being a voice actor for Geeks for Fun, if anyone in the audience actually wants to come on an audition and try stuff like that, please feel free to ask Erin and torment her with those, and we will laugh if she fails to answer them.
Yep. Uh-oh.
I'll just tell you right now, Ian's the one you want to work with. You are the difficult one. Ian's the easy one to work with. So you want to go through Ian when at all possible.
Yep, absolutely. But that's okay. You don't know when I'm basically the one that does a lot of the managerial work at my job. I just don't have the energy for it when I'm dealing with voice actors and people who I send scripts to for comments that just wait. This is the roast Erin stream. She wasn't aware of it, but that's what this stream is secretly for.
It's always that stream. That's what it always is.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I'm gonna
This is way behind for you too, because I'm having super bad lag on the Q&A stream.
No, everything seems to be looking good. Leah, I'm gonna give you back to your mama. Last time you all saw Haley, she was super pregnant, and now there's a baby.
All right.
So that's the fun part.
Time skip arc.
Yep.
We dedicate so much to the time differences in Dragon Ball DC that we actually recreate them IRL. So the differences between uploads, we're not lazy. Trust me, it's all part of the plan.
We're not lazy.
Yep, 100%. I did see one CAULIFLA question. I've seen a couple. One of them's, what is CAULIFLA's favorite fruit color?
Favorite... What?
I know.
Favorite fruit color.
Hang on, I'm trying to find that comment, because now...
It's from Scourge Dreammaker.
Favorite fruit... That sounds like a loaded question and some favorite fruit color. I don't understand your question.
Just pick one. You can't agonize these. Look at the live stream. There's so many comments already. You just gotta answer. You can't dance around it. Or I found the other one I was looking for.
Pineapple, there.
Pineapple, brown, yellow, or green.
Exactly.
Stop Talking Shit asks, what's the story of your version of CAULIFLA? How did she become that way? I mean, that's the thing, right? It's just that's the thing to be told. As the series goes on, you might find more out about that. But just the general thing is, she's in the Bombshells universe. and Bombshells is set in World War II, and mainly takes like the quote unquote occupation of a hero and kind of designs a costume or an outfit around that. And Caulifla in canon is a freaking gangster, so we put her on Earth in the 40s, and she gets a pimp suit.
Pretty much. There's some stuff we thought about with this, like with DVDC, we tend to overthink every single little thing, except for fruit color apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, we like to go deep dive. So sometimes there are more lore questions, and sometimes there's not. But something else that someone put, did Caulifla crash land like Goku? No. Caulifla, when I say she's the female counterpart of Goku, I say that in the same way that she is in the main Dragon Ball Super series, where their backstories aren't really the same. It's just Caulifla, Kava, Kale match the Vegeta, Goku, Broly trio of Saiyans that we seem to be having. So that's the main reason when I say female counterpart. Don't look for like, was she raised by the Kents or anything? That's not what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see here. Where is Kaba in Caulifla's universe? It's a good question. Yep. Weirdo78 says,
Yep.
Does Caulifla have any money laundering schemes?
She?
I don't know. Let's see here. Steve Baxey says, what was your favorite line to record?
My favorite line to record? Oh, jeez. I did them so many times. I can't even remember them off the top of my head. Probably the marble-headed maroon line was my favorite because I really got to bring out the Jersey, like, marble-headed maroon. Like, I really got to bring out the gusto of the accent. That was probably the most fun, but it was all a ton of fun to record. Definitely my favorite of anything I've ever recorded. My favorite character to do is Caulifla, which is surprising to me. So
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the story behind that, about how you're actually not really fake fan?
Don't expose me, I'll get canceled again. Yes, I was kind of forced into this. I am very anime picky. There's a couple ones I like, but I'm very picky about it. So I am not a super well-versed Dragon Ball fan. I watched it as a kid because my cousin loved it, but I'm not like super, super weeby. So Alfie actually came to me and was like, we have a part we want you to try. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I think it'll be perfect for it. I was like, okay, what is it? And you're like, you're going to have to be angry and curse a lot. And I'm like, so I'm playing myself. What are you asking me to do? And I read it and I really liked it. And then I was kind of like, is this an insult or a compliment? I'm not sure which. So that's how I ended up giving her a try and watched some Dragon Ball since. So I am slowly beefing up on my my weebism is kind of growing, but it's not quite there yet. But I did watch some anime growing up, but I was never I'm more of a comics person than an anime person. So yes, I am a fake fan, I guess.
Yep. That's what can we do? We're a small channel. We have to recruit the fake fans. It's the best we can do.
Fuck off. I'm gonna go on just the off camera now though, because I'm really lagging really bad. I can't read the comments and watch the screen in real time, so I'm gonna have to go off camera for a little bit.
That's fine.
No
Hopefully,
worries. Fine. Now we'll recreate. If we put up like a picture of Caulifla, now it'll be like it's actually.
I can do the voice the whole time if you want me to.
I mean, please. Oh my god! All right, we did this with Sanji, so I'm gonna make Aaron do a bunch of line reads. So if you have any like really good line reads for Caulifla's gangster persona to do, particularly any quotes from mob movies, that's really like the headspace to get in. So I'll give her the first one, which is, you don't wipe blood off of a rug, you blot that shit.
Can we do it right now?
Oh, please. Please.
Please no.
Great. Let me get into my... Okay. Wait on a second. When was the? You don't wipe shit. It was the. You don't wipe shit off a rug. You don't wipe blood off of a rug. You blot that shit. That was the line, right?
Yep.
Okay. You don't wipe blood off a fucking rug. You blot that shit.
There we go.
Let's hear super.
There was a question up here.
Oh, sure.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Superstar.
Damn it, I'm the one who's polite.
Superstar M64 says, "Who are the other Bombshells aside from CAULIFLA and Kale?" Bombshells is one of my favorite comic series. For just showing off BRB.
By the way, check out that really awesome Broly DVDC pillow he's got, which you can buy at redbubble.com/geeksforfood.com. You can't buy the one that's Ian's ass has been on. That's my personal one. But after that, you can go and buy your own, and you can like support the channel in many ways. So be sure to buy the DVDC Broly merch, which is on our Redbubble. Links in the description below and online. So yes. There we go.
Yeah, so Bombshells is literally one of my favorite comic series, to the point where I have every issue of it.
Behold!
And its own fucking comic book short box, which I am, like, in love with. So yeah, the chance, like, a lot of people ask, like, oh, so where's CAULIFLA and Kale? Are they part of this universe? And no, they're in their own universe in continuity, in Dragon Ball continuity, so we put them in their own universe in our continuity, and they fit perfectly into the Bombshells continuity. So Bombshells, who are the other Bombshells? It's most every female DC superhero is a Bombshell. And I love the friggin' series to death.
There you have it. We just got a $5 super chat, so I'm going to answer that one real quick. From Trenton Brown. Thank you so much for supporting us with that one. And he says, the biggest question I have, what's the origin of the solar shark?
Oh my
And what
God.
drugs did Alfred take to think of it? Now. You may, with your mortal brains, need substance-altering chemicals to conceive of ideas as great as me. But when you're epic, like Geeks for Fun, stuff like the solar shark, it just kind of floats out. So I had a vision. Like, you never stare at the sun for too long and like you go blind. Like, I did that, but then after I went blind, I kept going, and I saw forever. And at the end of forever, I saw the solar shark, and I knew I had to include him in every single project I write from now on. So, solar shark, keep an eye out, or he's a coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out. Everyone watch the sun vigilantly. This message brought to you by Alphas.
Because if a fucking thing comes out of that thing, you are fucked, man.
Yeah, so, just, I don't know. Solar Shark was a crazy-ass conversation. Alfie, like, is sleep-deprived when he talks with me for plotting nights and stuff, and he comes up with stupid garbage like Solar Shark, and I try to talk him out of it for weeks, and then he writes it into a script and decides it's going to be his signature move, and so here we are. DJ, do you think CAULIFLA's hat is funny?
Are you waiting for me to answer? Because I was like waiting for you guys. You wrote the line. I didn't write the lines. That's your question.
Nah, it's, do you think CAULIFLA's hat is
on
funny?
your feet?
Yeah.
That's a joke in and of itself. I don't think her hat is funny. I think that it's a great excuse. She's pulling his legs. It doesn't really matter whether it's funny or not. That's the beauty of it.
Okay. Do you intend to make Crisis-like event with Universe 6 or maybe with mainstream Goku as an alternate universe counterpart? Like, God, every time with these, like, really big, sweeping questions, you know, to say so would reveal too much about what future plans could possibly be. So we can neither confirm nor deny the existence of the Solar Shark. Yeah, so that's all good. Eamon Alley keeps asking, how strong is Goku DC compared to Dragon Ball Goku? And that's a question we've answered a bunch of times. He's stronger, depending on where you go in Dragon Ball continuity. But for unlocking Super Saiyan, he's much stronger right now. Since LexCorp Corp, since this is the DBDC universe, it'd be sick if you did Dark Multiverse Super Saiyan Rose Lois Lane in regular Dark Universe. Lois got Clark's powers and turned evil.
Hold on. All right. First of all, that's stupid. Stop it. But second of all, can someone fucking commission Super Saiyan Rose Dark Lois Lane, please? Because that would look so cool. And she's got the fucking, like, pen as the scythe.
The pen is mightier than the scythe. Foolish mortals.
Holy shit. Alright, LexCorp Corp. That is insane. But I'm with you. I'm with you for the hype alone.
Sun Zoikon asks, is there an alternate Vegeta in CAULIFLA's universe?
Yes, his name's Kaba.
Yeah. How's the Gangster's Paradise, CAULIFLA?
It's bitchin', I gotta say. I mean, I own it, so I rule it.
That's what we need. We need the CAULIFLA cover of Gangster's Paradise.
I mean, we got the Vegeta cover of Short King.
Uh-huh. Trevor put a lot of work into that.
Trevor is, like, the most determined... Like, I'm gonna say this just because Aaron's in the chat, so I wanted to learn. Trevor will sing for us on command. Trevor will dance for me on command. Trevor will tuck me in at night if I'm like cranky. Aaron is like, oh, I'll be late to the stream. So
yeah, I wasn't late. You said 7 p.m. I was here at 7 p.m. So I was not late. I was on time.
That's when the Khalifa comes out, chat.
You gotta get the rise out of her, and then it just like explodes.
We are incredibly lucky to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I put on makeup, sacrifice a Friday night, sit at my computer and do a live stream, and this is how I get treated.
Well, you asked for it.
I didn't ask for shit.
Yeah, you did. You asked for it. Don't lie to me.
All I wanted to do was I wanted to play Felicia Hardy like a year ago. And
okay, let's just cut out. You're breaking up. Let's not go there, okay? Spider-Man 4 doesn't exist. It's a fantasy made up by the liberal agenda.
Like coronavirus and voter fraud and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's see here. That's we got a CAULIFLA quote request. That's right, pigs, and here's the paddle.
That's right, pigs, and here's the paddle.
Oh, I love it. It's so
pretty
much
good. Pretty good. Since Norse gods being added to DBZ, I was wondering about this, but I don't think this will happen since a lot of people won't like it. Don't put yourself down, just say your idea. But will the other gods from the myths be added to DBDZ? At the moment, I'm just using Norse. For this series, I'm going to finish up Norse because A, you've all waited so long for that, so I feel guilty enough as is. But second of all, Norse mythology is the thing I've studied the most. Norse mythology is the thing I'm seeped in the most. It's the thing I'm most passionate about. So I can't say, because you've all done a great response for Norse. To do it properly, I'd have to go and do my research on something like Greek myth or something, and just really, really get into it so I could do it the justice it would deserve. So maybe, just when those Norse episodes come out, and like the movie cut comes out, like it, share it, get people to watch it, and that will encourage me to keep doing more of those. Because it is a fun idea to do, because Dragon Ball is a mythology-based series at its core from Journey of the West, so it does make sense to use inspirations, picking and choosing from different myths. So yeah, I would love to. It would need to be the right story.
Mm-hmm. Arthur Pinmetal C. Alameda, what a name, Says, Caulifla, why on God's name do you have guns when you can shoot fucking lasers? We've got an explanation.
Because it looks cooler. I mean, come on. Would you not want guns and lasers? Why not have both?
Right? Like that is a really good thing. But like that's the headcanon. We saw someone comment on that. I'm like, no, guys. The gun's a handicap. The gun's to make it more fair for other people. The gun is there to make it fun.
Exactly. That's the fun part.
And it's the same thing as well. It's like, why does Wonder Woman need the jet? Oh, you know, sometimes you don't want to put the effort in. Sometimes you just want to relax and shoot. You don't want to put the key blast in the ha. Sometimes you just want to bang, they're dead.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Caulifla, she's not like Goku. She's not a martial artist. She's not above using weapons and such. She is a brawler. She is a street brawler.
That is still my favorite comment on the Super Saiyan Saga finale. That Kale wouldn't talk like that. She'd be a martial artist. So like there was so much wrong with that comment in that like one, they named the wrong character. Two, they don't even know the character's history. Like it's not like an easy mistake. Like there's like a whole like section of that arc where Whis goes like, oh well, she's not a martial artist, she's a street brawler. And it's just so much wrong.
Don't fuck with Dragon Ball fans. We don't watch the series.
Belfast Giant 1 says, will Caulifla destroy the evil entity of Ohio? What?
Ohio really doesn't have any rights to begin with, so why not?
Oh, man.
I mean,
Look out. Get called out.
there's nothing in Ohio. Where you been?
Kalia versus Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Get it trended.
There we go. Besides, this is a universe where people with powers... I lost something in there. Let's see here. Will we ever get a Bardock or Minus type episode of DBDC? Possibly. It could happen. Sorry for the non-Caulifla related questions, but I do want to get this out of the way. But if you guys had the chance, would you make a Kakarot and Batman crossover story a la World's Finest? That's one of those things like, it's... We actually really kind of want to go back to that era before the Saiyan saga, before anyone knows Goku's a Saiyan, at some point. But that would mean pausing the main story, because like there's a lot of potential for that time period. We gave like 7 years worth of stories, which in comic time is an eternity. Like Damian Wayne was introduced in 2006 and he recently turned 13. He turned 13 4 years ago and still hasn't turned 14. So, you know, think about that. He was introduced at 10, turned 13 in 10 years, and then and still hasn't turned 14 4 years ago. So like 7 years is an eternity in comic book time. We'd love to go back to it, but it would mean pausing the story. That being said, I'm going to bring up a pet peeve. I'm going to yell at our audience, Alfie. So like a lot of people want to tell like stories in our universe and stuff, which is like super awesome to see the passion. But if I can get something to just shove into your heads, we left you gaps to tell cool stories in. Use them, because if your story is good enough, if we like it enough, and if we know there's just not a way for us to do this or anything like this, we don't have any plans for these characters, we can just say, yeah, that story this member of our Discord or whatever wrote, that's canon to DBDC. That's like a cool opportunity, whereas some people are like, oh, I'm going to use this really popular character that you may introduce in the future. Well, cool. Now you're an alternate timeline DBDC fanfiction. Woo.
Yeah, pretty much, right. It's like we respect stuff like that, but it's just because we get so little fan response as is. When we do get it and it's stuff we can't use or we can't promote, it's just like a little bit like, oh, come on, man. Like,
yeah, like
that extra little bit of like
Yeah, like when we get fan art, it's like, oh, here's my concept for this character that you haven't introduced yet that's like really popular. Well, cool. Thanks, I guess, but it's not like as directed, I guess, is the thing I'd want to put in people's heads, because like a member of our Discord made the really, really good high quality Gohan Superboy image.
Yes.
Ash in our Discord made it, and we used it in the episode, and we're going to use it in thumbnails, and we're like super grateful to him for making that, because it's such a good take on the design in a more like comic book style of art, which is really, really cool. JRC did a $5 super chat, says, no question, just showing some support, can't stay unfortunately. Thank you so much for the super chat, sir. All right, we need more CAULIFLA questions. Erin's been too quiet, and like if I know her, that's completely out of character.
I get nervous on live streams too. I'm always like, oh, I just gonna sit here and bide my time.
Moment right.
Moment of peace. You get like, a good 10 minutes of silence without any back talk for once.
I know, like God, that's just what we got to do. Is like the next time Erin's having a meltdown, we're just like, all right, quick, set up a live stream.
Hit screen record. Go, go, go.
Go on camera immediately. I'll just shut up. Stops tweeting. Stops bitching.
JTD3 says, what is CAULIFLA's favorite gun? That's an interesting question.
A bazooka,
Ooh.
obviously.
Ooh, there we go. Straight from the source.
What is CAULIFLA's favorite food?
I want to say make the joke, but I don't know if I should on the live stream or not.
No, I don't. Make it, please.
Her favorite food is pussy! I'm sorry. I had to.
Damn, anyone who wants to do art of CAULIFLA saying that on a shirt, please. That's all I'll say.
We're all gonna like unsubscribe immediately and just be like, we're done with this series.
Ares Oblivion. Wait, oh, chat is exploding now. That's a good one. Man. Get it, CAULIFLA. We know CAULIFLA loves to eat kale. That's the better answer. That's the more classy version. What's CAULIFLA's favorite food? Kale. Her favorite thing to eat? Kale. And then you just fucking like...
That's a power move.
Oh, man.
I don't do classy answers, though. She's not a classy character.
She is not a classy character.
Person, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't be facetious. I gotta be in your face.
No, that's why we cast you. That's CAULIFLA's character type. Like, it's funny. We saw some comments appear on the video when we introduced CAULIFLA in Super Saiyan Saga thing, and it's funny because on the Discord, just like the day before it dropped, there's all this this conversation about CAULIFLA and Kale are like useless characters with ass poles and da. And then we Alfie and I actually really liked the two characters, so we're trying to sing their praises and stuff, knowing that we're about to introduce them and trying to butter up the Discord a little bit. And it's kind of crazy to see the comments have like such a positive reaction to our take on them, given the kind of fan outrage about them. But we like their canon versions of the characters, and we really like our version of the characters too.
Wait, why did you make CAULIFLA a lesbian? No problem with it, just asking. Well, I mean, watch Dragon Ball Super and watch how she is with Kale.
There's a lot of subtext in there. A lot of subtext.
Like, I know there's this...
It's not subtle.
Yeah, I know there's like the sister thing, which threw a lot of people off, and like, I didn't have the cultural context for this when I first watched the Tournament of Power, so I was like, this is like a really romantically influenced thing. It's kind of weird that she keeps calling her sister, and like there's this cultural context that like sister is basically like bro or dude for women in Japan. So it's one of those weird translation things. But yeah, the romantic subtext between Caulifla and Kale is like through the frickin' roof in Tournament of Power. Absolutely.
So we just, as a fan series, we just decided, well, we don't have to dance around that. Whatever reasons, Toei Animation. I mean, to be fair, like they don't even show Goku kissing Chi-Chi. They don't show Vegeta kissing Bulma. So you could just say it's just a thing they're not allowed to show in general, is romance like that. Dragon Ball at least just shies away from it quite a lot. But the more cynical answer is like, well, it's obviously just because they're also cowards in that respect, that they want to alienate all the audience already like that. But with us, we're just like, no, fuck it. They're girlfriends. That's just how it is. Because again, Bombshells is the universe where DC let people do that. It's like, why don't we just have all the superheroes be girlfriends? Because why not?
Yeah, no, it's the best version of the Harley Ivy relationship. Though the Harley Quinn cartoon's given it a run for its money. The Bombshells has a lot of great moments like that, where like Mira is talking to Steve Trevor and she's like, "Hey, I was her first kiss," about Wonder Woman, and it's just like cool little details like that thrown into the world. It's absolutely awesome. We're getting some donations. Trenton Brown, $2 super chat for that eating kitty joke. Have some money. So you made us $2, Aaron. Thank you so much.
I make it $5 actually if you look closer.
Yeah. Comic Platypus, $3. Subtext is for cowards.
Just say pussy in the live stream and you make $5. That's just how it works.
Yeah, there we go. So just keep dropping that P word.
The P word.
Timothy McQueen says hashtag free the lesbians. Or I guess it'd be no, okay. I thought that was pretty good.
Has Goku kissed anyone in DCZ? I like the use of the little anagram you got there. Well, there's two ways to look at that. Watch the Saiyan Saga episode where it's very implied that Shiva and Kakarot did the day, but if you go by the interpretation of Dragon Ball Super that Goku's never kissed Chi-Chi, then no, he hasn't kissed anyone. Goku apparently just likes to fucking raw dog it with no romance. He's just an animal.
Raw dog? I missed that.
Aaron just tunes in at the... I was like, there they go, talking about fucking Goku's character again. Wait, did I just hear the word raw dog?
That's literally what happened. I was on my phone, like, looking at my phone, and then I just hear raw dog out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
You got my attention.
Will we ever see more slice of life episodes in DBDC? Yeah. Like, as fun as the Origins and the Saiyan Saga and the Entity Saga and the Super Saiyan Saga was, it is like, it's got that Dragon Ball Z feel of like, there's no time, the next threat is here and now, and it's like, oh god, it gets to be a little much. But yeah, future arcs are gonna be much more decompressed, which will be really interesting to explore. So I'm really excited for some future stuff.
We've got Smugstick in here, and Smugstick says, "Love you, Frey." We love you too, Lewis. You
We love you, Lewis.
fucking cock.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shiki.
Nice to our fellow creators.
Yeah, no. Shiki Ani, $3 super chat says, "Have some ramen on the house." Aw.
Thank you.
And then what was the other one? Zone and Blade 90. CAULIFLA, do you know where Jimmy Hoffa's body is buried?
I love that question because I love BuzzFeed Unsolved. So I have watched a Jimmy Hoffa episode like 35 times on BuzzFeed Unsolved. So it's with the fishes. He's probably sleeping with the fishes, realistically. He's probably not actually buried anywhere. But yes, I do know where he's buried.
Mm-hmm. Sinquan says, are you guys open for ideas for DBDC? I mean, in the broadest sense, yes, but like 90% of people's suggestions are like really, really repetitive and also kind of cringy. So, I mean, by all means, shoot your shot, man. But like, I swear to God, if it starts with, what if you introduce Goku Black, I am gonna just stop reading it.
We love it.
Zynon Collier says, is Caulifla as strong as Goku or weaker in DBDC? So I did the hot take on this one. Super Saiyan Kakarot in DBDC, less than or equal to base Caulifla.
And this is where I disagree with you, because I think the cooler thing is that they're at all times, they will always be equal in their base forms, because they're the same counterpart. That's my take, is no matter what form they're in, if they're in the same form, they're the exact same strength. Like, to the T. If they fought to the death, they'd kill each other.
I don't know. I just like the idea that, like, you introduce the in Tournament Power, we're introduced to or not even Tournament Power, in Universe 6 we're introduced to Kava, and he on base level is the exact same as Vegeta. Caulifla and Kale seem to be on base level about the same as Goku, and I just like the idea that, like, they've not even unlocked Super Saiyan yet. They've not had the chance to really explore the upper limits of Saiyan potential, and they got that strong just on base level, whereas Goku and Vegeta have had so much work to try to get there. So I think that the Universe 6 Saiyans are just naturally stronger, and so Caulifla is just naturally stronger than Goku. That's mine.
This is why we don't post about it, because if we get into specifics like that, it will just devolve.
No, like, I already know. I've not looked at the live chat since I started talking. I know I've already started some shit. Like, just the notion that I've said Caulifla's maybe stronger than Super Saiyan Goku is, like, gotta be triggering the shit out of somebody, like, madly typing at their keyboard, either in the live comments or in the post comments, and I can't wait for it. I'm hype, man. I'm hype. Smugstick donated $1.99. What if you introduce Goku Black? Oh man, that's a great idea, man. That's such a.
See, this is why you should all unsubscribe from Smugstick and come to my channel, because we clearly don't. You see his latest video? Fucking, what if Goku and Vegeta went to Dragon Ball G?
Yeah.
Trash! Like,
he put a fucking, like, Sonic the movie OVA quote in there. What a fucking dork.
Yeah, who helps him write this shit? Like, it's just fucking garbage. Like, does he have someone from another channel who actually suggested the art? Anyway,
Cassie,
next question.
Cassie Weddle, what are Caulifla's favorite places to take Kale out on dates? Aw, I like that one.
That is a cute one. I'm trying to think places that are chains that would make sense. They would go for, like, some, like, bomb, like, little hole-in-the-wall Italian food place, some little mom-and-pop place, have a little candle-lit romantic dinner, you know, get some champagne, get some bubbly, you know, make it a night of it.
Yeah.
No, like Mario's or some shit, like.
No, that's 100% it. They're really neighborhood girls, you know. They're really into supporting the local businesses around town and stuff, and, you know, they're gangsters. So they kind of have, like, that like everybody loves them kind of mentality of, like, when they walk into the local business, like, Mario, how you doing with the fucking, how's your kids, how's your wife?
Mario, what the f*** up, Mario? How you been?
Oh, I lost one. Comic Platypus, $2 donation, but I'm not reading it. Woo! Primal Mythos, £5. There you go, Alfie. Doom Patrol Saga. Everybody wants a fucking Doom Patrol story, but, like, Goku just doesn't fit with that bullshit because they're all fucking losers.
Take out.
You got just insult Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is the blueprint for fucking X-Men. X-Men's fantastic, so you did not just insult Doom Patrol.
No, I love Doom Patrol, but, like, the whole gag is that they're all the people who are, like, fucking, like, they have the weird bullshit superpowers that, like, no one would actually want. Like you ever play that game of, like, alright, get a useless or a terrible superpower. Like, that's literally what the Doom Patrol is made of. And, like, the fun of it is seeing a comic or a story that, like, explores the characters that are kind of saddled with those bullshit superpowers. But that's not like Goku's got the good superpowers. He doesn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it. It loses the point of Doom Patrol to put Goku on the team. It doesn't work.
Like a versus scenario, like a versus Doom Patrol, that would make sense.
I mean, maybe. He fucking mops the floor. Doom Patrol Saga. Ares Oblivion has donated $2 to say applesauce.
There you go.
Man. So
Beautiful.
there's that. Andres Murillo, have you guys seen Scrapped Princess? That would be interesting to interject in DC with essentially having a walking embodiment of the life equation. And I've not heard of this at all.
Never.
Me neither.
I mean, you're talking walking embodiment of the life equation. That's White
You
Lantern
got it.
Kyle Rayner.
He's here. Don't worry. He's drawing shit. He's got a sexy Jesus beard.
I sent Alfie the picture of Kyle Rayner from Future's End, and I'm like, oh, this is the art we should use when Kakarot meets him on his own planet and stuff, because he's just been like out in space for about a year now. And Alfie's like, holy shit, I knew he was Space Jesus, but he's literally Space Jesus.
Kyle Rayner, social distance king.
I know, exactly. Lil T910, how'd y'all scale it? Oh god, this for a $2 donation.
Oh, a mountain of my giant cock. Well, it's quite hard actually. Every day I have to get up and climb that. Nah, I'm not doing power scaling. If anyone who tries to do a power scaling question is gonna get a suitable answer, so that's your lesson.
He donated $2 to get a dick joke.
There you go.
Poor guy donated $2 for a dick joke. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, that's what you got. I'm sorry.
What would CAULIFLA think of the term poggers? Okay, I know I'm showing my oldness. The fuck is poggers?
It's like a gaming term. Like play of the game is pog, so it's like a compliment. Like something's pog. It's it's good. It's badass. It's so I'm ashamed to know that at 27 years old. But yes, I do know what pog is.
I'm glad someone here knew that at least.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the term, but I would say she'd probably like, what the fuck does poggers mean? What the fuck what are you fucking talking about? What the fuck, the toy? So I don't think she'd know what it means, personally, but.
Especially if she's from 1940.
Yeah. The what I have not come up with an explanation for is why CAULIFLA's in the 40s. I have no idea. I can't really give like any kind of suitable explanation for that. I'm just saying the Bombshells universe.
It's the same
stars in the
reason why
40s.
Supergirl's in the 40s as well and shit like that. It's just that they are. Just deal with it.
Yeah. It's like
Do
the
you
same
guys keep
thing
up
as...
with the Dragon Ball Super manga? Ooh,
Go ahead. You're fine.
okay. Do you guys keep up with the Dragon Ball Super manga? What do you think of it anyways? Do you love it, hate it, have no opinion? I think I'm the only one here who keeps up with the manga. Sometimes if it's a relevant thing to what we're doing or just a funny panel, I'll send it to Ian. So you can live vicariously through me a little bit. But I'm the only one who keeps up with it regularly. I enjoy it. It seems like every month Dragon Ball, I'm not that in depth with the rest of Dragon Ball YouTube yet. They all seem like lovely people, but it seems like every month there's a super trap that comes out. Everyone has a meltdown, and they just can't handle new content or new ideas or things like that. So far, I've been enjoying it. There's been parts I would disagree with, but overall, I think Toyotaro's done a good job of this, like this first original arc. I think it's been fun. Yeah.
Short Beater just donated $10. Sending lots of love and money to y'all. Super excited for Solar Shark vs. Midgard Serpent and DB Norris. Here's a quote for Aaron. Shit, you shoot me in a dream. You better wake up and apologize.
We love Shane. Okay. Shit, you shoot me in a dream. You better wake up and fucking apologize.
Oh, I love it. Fucking love it, man.
There you go.
Because of the changes in art style for Kakarot in the recent episode, if you guys legit make a DBDC comic consistency-wise, what would the art style be? Would it be a mix of DB and DC's artwork?
That's a good question.
God, it's hard to say.
It's a really good question.
In an ideal world, we would have the infinite resources necessary to have Sir Bisa draw a fully colored, fully rendered, graphic novel of each saga.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the ideal, because his style is this like perfect blend of Western comics level of detail with the design sense of Toriyama's Dragon Ball manga. He's able to perfectly capture those features of Toriyama's art style, but present them in a very Western comic style. So ideally, it would be Sir Bice's art, and he's of course the one that did our Kakarot Kent design, our both of our Vegeta costume designs. Ash, who's in our Discord, or Haas now because he changed his name, HSA.
He was reincarnated.
Yeah. He did a fantastic job twice over now of matching Bice's style, I think, almost, really, really well. He did like I said, the Superboy design. He also did a new design for Raditz based on some sprite work another fan had done, and he really brought it to life and fully rendered it, and it looks absolutely amazing. I used it in a cover for the promotional covers I do for the series, and it's a great design. So it was so crazy to see Ash's Raditz next to Bice's Vegeta, and if I didn't know, I honestly would have thought they came from the same artist. So it's ideally we'd get the two of them together on a book and just do a 300-page graphic novel of each saga.
But failing that, just as much as art as we get is always so cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Aries Oblivion, $2 donation, and it's not a scaling question. It is actually something that's kind of interesting to talk about. Is Wonder Woman a better fighter than Kakarot?
It depends on what style of fighting you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Excuse me.
If we're talking pure martial arts, which I think you're referring, because I'm assuming this is from a Dragon Ball fan's perspective. If we're talking pure martial arts skill, then Kakarot is up there in DC with people like Lady Shiva and Cassandra Cain and stuff like that, where it's like that they're so good at it that they live and breathe it, so no one can really outmatch them in that. You saw what happened when he fought Batman, right? And Wonder Woman and Batman is sometimes like, how is Wonder Woman a better fighter than Batman, or is it just because she's got the power and stuff? I tend to put them at relatively equal, where maybe Wonder Woman has a little bit more of an edge because Batman's more a generalist. He's got his hands in every pie, whereas Wonder Woman's like, I am mainly a fighter and a diplomat. But if it's talking like swords or I don't know, like stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd have. I think Wonder Woman would come on top if, like, say, Goku was using the power pole or something. But that's a good question. It's something where in the Super Saiyan episode, Wonder Woman's technically been improving all this time because she's got more stuff to deal with. So our Wonder Woman, I would say, is an even better fighter than mainline. So maybe that's not true. Maybe if this is DBDC Wonder Woman, maybe she can fuck him up.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Let's see. I saw a good one here. How does CAULIFLA react to Kale's anger problems?
I think initially she's concerned that it takes so much to piss Kale off, and when Kale does explode, it's shit's gonna go down. But I think it's probably kind of a turn on. Realistically, I think she'd find it kind of hot.
Damn, it's a good one. Yeah, how long have we been streaming for? Does anyone know exactly? Almost an hour?
Just almost an hour.
Okay, I think now's probably a good time. Don't you think so, Alfie?
I think so, good sir.
Okay.
What do you think, Aaron? Do you think it's a nice time? Like, let's keep doing this back and forth. Never announce anything.
Yeah.
Just keep saying, do you think so? I think so. You think so?
I think it.
Yeah. Well,
I think we could. I think in 5 minutes we should announce the big announcement that you want to announce.
let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. We don't wanna wait.
Do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Oh, please give me a CAULIFLA. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
We'll do it live. I don't give a shit. We'll do it live.
There we go.
All right. So we want to thank everyone so much for the really just overwhelmingly positive response to Bombshell, Kale, and CAULIFLA. Because it was something like we were like, man, this is a really weird concept, but it's super fun. We'll just throw it in and see if it sticks. But like, not only does it stick, it's probably the thing most comments were about from the Super Saiyan Saga finale, which is crazy because there's so much that happens in that one. A lot of like wish fulfillment throughout the entire series, even. But yet CAULIFLA stole the whole show, and so I'm excited to announce this coming soon.
You're gonna lose your minds.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing I hate about it, is there's always such like a delay between chat and when people are like able to see it.
People is like, what?
Bombshell CAULIFLA is something I didn't even know I needed. Someone said in the chat, Phoenix the Hedgehog. Woo! JTT3, they announced it!
They announced it! There you go.
Woo!
Yes, we are doing a DVDC Bombshells saga dedicated just on CAULIFLA and Cal and their universe.
Yep, 100%.
So no Kakarot, none of the universe you've been following. This will all be on the DVDC Bombshell universe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're super hyped for it. Oh, god dang it, I lost the thing. I'm messing everything up now. Dang it.
Come on, Grandpa, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm very excited for it. Alfie's already gotten art commissioned and it looks amazing. I made the logo. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, we're very excited for DBDC Bombshells. What this is gonna mean? I'll take this off the screen now. Too many hints if I leave it up. What this is going to mean for the future of DBDC is there's still, of course, going to be another saga that's directly following up the events of the Super Saiyan Saga that follows Kakarot, Vegeta, Superboy, all those characters. Bombshells is going to run in tandem with that, because while we're not ready to announce much about the next saga with Kakarot and friends, the one thing we have talked about is it is going to be the longest saga yet, and we don't mean by just a little. It's going to be longer than 4 episodes, and we're very excited about that. So like this, doing Bombshells in tandem with it will be a really good way, we feel, to give people a little bit of breathing room where they're not trying to track what happened in the last episode and try to piece all the hints we'll be dropping together. It'll be a nice little breather kind of thing, a little self-contained 4-episode story to follow while the events of the next saga are unfolding and blowing your fucking minds every other episode. Yeah, so very excited for that. Samuel Soliday, Kale vs. Broly, who wins?
I mean, what you mean, our versions?
Yeah, sure, why
The
not?
DBDC versions. I mean, if you go from my theory about they're just the same people, just gender bend, that our Broly's been fighting more, I guess you could say. But he's also been kind of kept on a leash, whereas CAULIFLA would never do that to Kale, so it's up to you to decide on if you think nature or nurture wins out in that one.
Mm-hmm. We shall see. We shall see. Very excited for the Bombshell Saga. The other thing I can announce with the Bombshell Saga is it is going to be 4 episodes. All 4 of the scripts are written already, and we're doing just basically waiting for comments from some people that they've been sent off to just give thoughts on. Not just Aaron.
Wow,
I'm not shitting on Aaron. I'm not shitting on
The
it.
way you said that felt so
Pay attention
shady.
to how certain people it's been sent to.
Aaron's
Come at me.
Aaron's of course giving input on it, which when writing female characters, it's a good. And you're not a female, it's a good thing to try to get some input on. So getting comments from Aaron, got another friend who does voices for us, CAULIFLA. She's going to do some comments on it as well, and we're just trying to really nail this. But Alfie and I are feeling super happy with where it's at so far, and we're really excited for it. Erin's read the first 2 episodes, and she seems super hype about it too. So we're just
First 3, thank you very much.
Oh, you finished 3. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't comment on it yet, but I read it. I read the whole thing.
Oh, cool. I'm glad. Yeah, we're really excited about where it's all going, what's going to happen with that, and we think you guys are going to love it. Zilla Lord Studios says, continued, I'll have to find your other comment, and I'd like to do art for Bombshells, maybe designs for the villains. I have some really cool villain plans, so if you're not in our Discord, hop in the Discord and let's meet up, because Alfie could probably use a break from having to draw all our villains. But I've got as much as I love Bombshells, it is the whole female DC universe, but the fact that it only got to run for about 3.5 years meant that they didn't get to use everybody. So one of the things I'm really excited about is it's set in the Bombshells universe, but it's using characters that never appeared in Bombshells, which is, I think, a really cool opportunity to get especially because Bombshells has such an aesthetic of that pinup model painted on the side of an airplane. It's such a cool opportunity to do alternate versions of some of these characters.
We got a super chat, $5. So thank you very much for this. May you see Scrap Princess. That it is really good, and we have a surplus of time nowadays. How about Planet Namek in DC? The Mechians are OP. All right, so you may have a surplus of time these days. You don't know our lives, so thank you for the $5. Maybe don't be so fucking presumptuous.
Damn. Ugh.
Will Super Saiyan be surpassed? I don't know. Dragon Ball's all about limits and hitting walls and never getting stronger, so probably not.
Yeah. Super Saiyan's pretty much the top. I mean, it's a legendary form that only the legends can achieve. And I mean, there's only so many Saiyans anyway, so whatever.
I stopped watching after the Frieza saga.
Yeah, it's just fucking. How does it make sense that some Earth scientist was able to build robots that are stronger than the evil Emperor of Space? It doesn't even make sense. If they're made of metal, then how can't Goku just punch through it when you really think about it? Even Lord, is the Android Cell Saga going to be used? No. Say it every time. And hopefully the Super Saiyan Saga is a good indication, at least, of the future of DBDC, because we had a lot of comments. Oh, this is Yardrat. Oh, this is this saga, I guess. It's 4 episodes. You don't even you get 10 seconds of Yardrat in the fucking anime, 1 panel in the manga. Until Super. We did 4 episodes on it, 2 hours. No, this isn't Yardrat. The next saga with Kakarot and company will not be the Cell Saga. We've tried to beat that into you as hard as we can.
Come on.
That's the only way that you know how to do anything. You just beat it into the audience.
Yeah, you would understand if you had to answer half of the comments. That's what we should do. We should make Aaron our fucking our press secretary that has to field all the questions, and we gotta just be we'll pay her really well, but tell her, all right, you can't be rude to him. You've got to be really cordial and really polite, and you can't dunk on him. And then see how long she lasts, trying to be all prim and proper and professional.
I am always the nicest. I have never in my life made a rude comment to anyone ever. I am perpetually sunshine, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that tracks. You're right. I buy it. Mythology guy, scale Goku black on Yard Trap.
I'm dumb. Very, very dumb.
Let's see here. Will we see any Goku dunking? I don't even know. I don't even know what that means.
Is what, is he gonna have a crossover like with Michael Jordan? Like
Yes.
Space Jam?
Yes.
Goku was in Space Jam.
DBDC Space Jam. Yes. I am about this.
Oh, come on and slam! And welcome to the
Space Jam 3. The Looney Tunes get Michael Jordan, but he's very out of practice, so they need to recruit someone else for the team. Enter Goku.
You fucking crook! Sorry, Bugs. I need to fight you on my own.
That's not how
Holy
team
shit,
sports
I
work,
wanted to
Goku.
Fucking thumbnail for that.
Well, like, we fucking... DC did those fucking Looney Tunes crossover issues. There's a good... Why don't you guys come up with these kinds of questions? This is a good question.
Yeah!
Learn from me. What Looney Tunes character would Goku have a crossover with in DBDC? Like, if you got one of those Looney Tunes crossover titles. What would they did Batman, Elmer Fudd, Harley Quinn, and Gossamer. Who would you put Goku with? Ah, that's a good one. See?
I think you do Goku, Daffy Duck. 'Cause Daffy always plays off better, like against just bumbling idiots who don't get it, but are like so strong that. So Daffy tries to kill Goku for some reason, and it's just not working, and like Goku's just kind of like blissfully like, okay, buddy. So you get that Vegeta dynamic, but it's Daffy Duck.
And Daffy keeps trying to like blow him up and stuff, and Goku's just so impervious to everything. You just get the fucking like, you're despicable. Oh, Marvin the Martian's a fun one too. Like Goku versus Marvin the Martian.
Good.
You are making me
Very
very
angry
angry. Very angry indeed. The Q-32 space modulator. What's this?
Oh my god! Someone needs to do the fucking clip where he fires that and then the Goku like laser through the heart like it's super, and he gets killed by fucking Sorbet. That's the fan edit of Resurrection F someone needs to do, where everything's the same except before that scene, Frieza's like, now fire! And it's fucking Martian pistol.
I also like this one.
Holy
JTT3.
shit.
JTT3 has a good suggestion here. I'd pair him up with Roadrunner, with Goku trying to get a bite to eat by that damn bird still being too fast for him. That's funny. Goku is not like it would make you appreciate the genius that is Wile E. Coyote. Every one of his plans should have worked. That fucking bird has like goddamn reality warping powers, and it's bullshit.
I sent some personal, what do they call it? What's the word I'm looking for? What is it? Projection. I sent a projection on that again.
That
Maybe.
fucking bird.
That
Like the
fucking
smile
bird.
You had on that.
That fucking bird. There's actually a really cool Science Channel show for, I think it only got like one season. It was called Man vs. Cartoon, and it was a bunch of engineers would watch like a Wile E. Coyote trap fail against the Roadrunner, and then they would try to make it, but make it work. And so that was just, you fucking take these things that are just ridiculous animation, but then they fucking like perfectly make it all work. It's amazing. I love it. Daffy joined the GL Corps. Daffy versus Guy Gardner. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Dragon Ball Marvel, go to Smug's channel.
I would love that.
I mean, yeah, Erin wants us to do more Marvel stuff. So if you join her in the comments and demand that, we'll do more Marvel comic stuff.
Just harass the fuck out of them for the next like 3 weeks. Just constantly Marvel content.
What if
It's-
Jessica Jones got her life together? Nah, it's too unrealistic.
Oh. Really? You're gonna get some personal attacks now? Really?
Jessica Jones is a fucking... The Daredevil stand here. I'm allowed to make self-deprecating humor, okay? No, if anyone's got their life fucked up in Marvel, it's my guy Matt.
Here's a question for CAULIFLA. I'll broaden it out a little bit. So in the Super Saiyan Saga, we mentioned that Caulifla taught Kakarot some very creative uses of the English language. So Aaron, addressing to Caulifla actually, what creative uses of the English language did you teach poor old innocent farm boy Kakarot Ken?
Oh man, I think you teach him all the fun words. I could see you teach little kids how to curse. Like when people like for fun teach like children how to do swear words for YouTube and stuff. It'd be the same idea. So she would be like, "Come on, just say motherfucker. Come on, not that even." He'd be like, "I don't know what that means." He would just like any like curse word or derogatory word or like really old timey insults would be good too. Like, trying to think of a good one. What's a good like 1940s insult? Goose stepping. That's one that you. I'll use one of your words. Ian. Goose stepping. I like that one.
Yeah, a goose stepper. Let's see here. What level do I have to be in the Patreon to submit art concepts? You don't have to join Patreon to submit art. You can just join the Discord and go post under fan art or artist alley. But like again, I'm gonna say this because we've gotten fan art that's like, wow, you're actually a really talented artist, but like, we're not going to use New God's Kakarot. That's not going to be a thing in the series. Spoiler alert. But Kakarot's not going to be born on the New Gods planet. So, you know, like, fan art and stuff is cool, but the suggestion I have is draw the designs of our characters in different poses and stuff. Or if there's like a scene that you really, really love, draw that. Like one of our favorite things about the series is to do like these big, cool, epic things that are like there's moments in these episodes that are essentially comic book splash pages, and we would love to see people do those. Like I would love to see someone do, Wrath Kakarot versus Parallax Batman. Kind of thing. I would love to see some art like that of like those key moments in the series or just anything. If there's something goofy, silly. One of my favorite pieces of fan art that we've ever gotten was really early on in the series. I don't know if this person is even still following the series, but they did like a little 4-panel comic of Kakarot punching Lex Luthor in the face. And I love it. So yeah. Stop Talking Shit asks, what's Caulifla's favorite movie?
The Usual Suspects would be her favorite movie, hands down. That would be her favorite one.
What about era-appropriate movie? What's Caulifla's favorite, movie made before 1945?
Oh, Jesus. Well, they were like really shitty short films back then. They weren't anything decent.
Fucking Citizen Kane! This is short film.
Or something.
My favorite fucking fan indie short film. Alfred Hitchcock, what a gamer, made a short audio drama and posted it to YouTube called Citizen Kane. Aaron's not a fan though. He thought the production budget was laughable. Clearly a fan film.
Wait, what did you just say? I didn't hear what you said.
I said that you think Citizen Kane is a short fan film.
I never said that.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Don't you sound like an idiot on the live stream. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm trying to think of like 40s gangster films that were like really popular, because like they made them back then. 1940s.
They didn't make a lot. I mean, they were very like a lot of their films were very short because of budgeting and stuff. There wasn't a lot of like extensive.
You're not thinking of like the biblical epics and stuff too. There's a lot of movies that I don't think you're thinking of. Ball of Fire. That's very Caulifla would go see that movie. 1941. It's like, Kale, it's called Ball of Fire. Let's go. It sounds awesome.
How could it go wrong? It's like we were fucking robbed. Like goes out the theater, and it wasn't just a picture of a ball on fire. We were fucking cheapskating. They rapscallions us. I'm blowing the fucking beer.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of movies, but yeah, I don't know. Something probably a gangster movie. Something that talks about like Al Capone, and she like totally takes the wrong message away from it, where she's like fucking like, man, that Capone guy's awesome.
I'm gonna look up stuff now. Now I'm curious. I don't want to get my dates mixed up. I think things are later than they are, so I'm gonna look up some now. That's actually a good question.
It just reminds me of this conversation I was having with someone who was like, I don't really like old movies. I'm like, I don't know. I think there's some value to old movies, like, you know, your classic Frankenstein and Dracula, Universal horror movies from the early 30s and stuff. And they're like, oh no, those movies are super old. I was talking like movies from 2006.
That is the energy that our comments have sometimes when you say, "Oh, what's your favorite moment from Dragon Ball?" Because like, I really like when Goku fought Tien. Oh no, I've fucking meant when Frieza came back to life.
Oh, Born to Kill is a good one. That's a good one for her too.
Mm.
That's 1947. I thought that was later than that, but 1947 is Born to Kill, so that would be a good one too.
Mm-hmm. Have any of you read the manga Record of Ragnarok? It's about a tournament of humans against the gods, and it's amazing. Nope. Sorry. Zilla Lord Studios. Cool, what's the Discord? Can't wait to show you what I can do. Just tell me what to do, and I can do it. Taking Capone the wrong way, and I agree about old films being underappreciated. Alfie, is the Discord linked in the description of this video, or would it be in like maybe the description of the Super Saiyan Saga?
Yeah, it will be in the description of one of these videos. I'll add it to this one after the stream, but if you go onto our channel and you go onto any of the videos and check the description of like the Super Saiyan Saga ones, it will have an invite link in there.
Yeah, man, if you're willing to do art for the series just for the passion of it, that's great. Like, we obviously commission people sometimes when we find someone who really, really love their art, but we do have a limited budget, and so people that just really love the series and want to contribute in that way is always super, super appreciated. And so if you do art for the series, we'll, like, totally, you know, shout you out, try to throw some love, some followers your way, kind of thing. I just 100% really, really love to see people that are as passionate about it as we are. It's super exciting.
If we get cool fan art too, I'll get it tattooed on me. I'm not even kidding. Like, if we get neat fan art that I really love, I'll get a tattoo of it.
I mean,
with your permission, with the artist's permission, of course.
Wow. I mean, that fucking commission we got of CAULIFLA in the fighting pose, I fucking love that. I'm like a little jealous that we can only put the art Alfie made on the Redbubble, because like I love that one too. But God, I would love both of those pieces for.
I never saw that. I never saw that one. You have to.
Oh, it's the one in the image I teased. I'll send it to you on Discord real quick here.
Yeah, send it to me because I didn't see it.
I think I DM'd you though. I did. I sent them both the message to you, Aaron.
Well,
did you?
Apparently not.
Maybe I have Alzheimer's.
Okay.
There. Boom. There. Sorry, everyone's seeing my fucking chat with Aaron. Hopefully, I didn't just reveal any spoilers. Oops. Trenton Brown, $5. Yeah, Trenton Brown, $5 donation. Broke. Cell Arc or Goku Black Arc in DVDC. Woke. Scooby-Doo arc in DVDC. Yes!
That's what I like
this
to
man
see.
gets it!
I did see that.
This is what we like to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking love it. God. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, to anyone watching this that's like an artist, I hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, I like listening to the videos while I'm doing art and stuff. If you're willing to do art for the videos, please, oh my god, it helps so much to just have that, because like we'll not only use it in the videos, but I do the promotional covers, and I always credit the artist that I'm using for that. We've gotten a bunch of pieces of fan art that I use for those, and I'll design a whole cover around it and credit it, and it's such a cool opportunity, so much fun to have people that are passionate about the thing and bring them in and work with them and stuff. I absolutely adore it. The Goku meets Archie. Your thoughts? See, I don't read Archie, but I really like the covers of Archie crossovers, particularly Archie versus the Predator, has like one of the best comic book covers I've ever seen, where the Predator is in the fucking sock hop drinking a milkshake with the mask off. It's one of the best images ever put to my eyeballs. So I'm trying to think of a good way to do that with fucking Archie and Goku, and it'd have to be something with like fucking, I don't know, Archie shooting a slingshot as Archie readying a slingshot as Kakarot charges a energy beam, and they're about to have a fucking clash. Would be the fucking cover right there. Oh man.
And like there's like a thought bubble above Kakarot where it's like, I can tell he's holding back.
Goku tagging along with Scooby and the gang, learning how they solve mysteries and thinking it's pretty neat while realizing it's not really his thing. No, what it would be is Goku would not get that it's masks. He would be like legit terrified that it's actually ghosts and stuff, and he would be like as much of a coward with Shaggy and Scoob, and then like they would have like a sandwich eating contest where like Goku keeps eating all the food that Shaggy and Scoob were gonna eat, and then like you get a fucking stare down between Shaggy and Goku as Shaggy's hair starts to go Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
I
think you underestimated me, boy.
Raggy?
Right there.
Charo Gaming says, what would Caulifla think of Lady Shiva? Alright, so they're not in the same universe, so of DBDC Lady Shiva, they haven't met, so they wouldn't really think much of each other. That is an interesting point, though, to maybe put or bring up Lady Shiva at some point because of the tandem nature of Goku and Caulifla being the male and female counterpart, and Shiva being the love interest for male Goku in our continuity. That's an interesting idea I hadn't thought of. I don't know, but that was a good question. I like that question.
That was a good question.
Let's see here. Yo, Alfie and Sid, what's up? Just waiting for comments and questions and stuff.
If you guys ask several times too, like we don't always see the comments as they come through. So if you have like burning questions, feel free to bombard us multiple times because we probably didn't see them the first 35 times you sent them. So
yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. Tricky Star
36 is the sweet spot.
Yeah. Tricky Star says, apologies, my tablet broke, so I'm unable to make the fan art of Kakarot Campfire in the Chaos Camp. Aw, man, technical difficulties with art. Don't even get me started. You have no idea how many times I've been fucking around with, like, Maya and everything goes to hell. So it's totally understandable. If you're able to get back to it, definitely send it our way. Like I said, we'll pimp the hell out of it and try to, we'll throw you some clout. What would Caulifla think of the Justice Society?
You can go ahead with that one.
I mean, can I give you a line to just say as Caulifla? Alright, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm gonna actually text it to you on my phone on Discord, and then you can fucking say it out loud, and it'll be so good. It'll be so fucking good.
You're so high maintenance, Ian. God.
I know I am.
Monkey to perform for you.
Dance, monkey, dance!
Waiting for it.
There it is. It's sent. It's under the Spitfire Queen one directly instead of into the group chat, which probably would have been the more efficient thing to do, but here I am.
It hasn't loaded yet. Hang on a second.
Here I am.
Give me a minute. My computer's slow.
Oh, that's okay. I'll put it in both chats.
I have like a laptop that's ancient, so...
Same. I put it in both chats just to make life easier, and if it keeps being slow, I'm about to fucking send it to you via Twitter DM.
Oh, it's a one-liner.
Do
Yeah,
you
I got
have
it.
the heart virus? I hope not.
Alright, so Caulifla, what do you think of the Justice Society?
Bunch of cops. Bunch of no-good, dirty cops.
There you go. A bunch of no dirty cops. She's right. She's right, and she should say it.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I'm right.
That's a good Caulifla line.
So, So what happened to the emotional spectrum beasts after the wish was made in DBDC? Well, they were with Kyle, and then after Kyle made the wish, that was such a big influx of power that, like we say in the episode, they just spread out across the universe, and now they're in previously just roaming the universe, attracted to the most powerful sources of those emotions. So like we saw where the Rage one is currently is with Atrocitus. So he's managed to take control of it and is using it for his Red Lantern cause. And you'll find out, like as we say in the Super Saiyan saga, all the other cultures of the universe have now figured out, because this is what the Justice League has shown them, oh, well, these things can be controlled now. So slowly but surely, because people were... Ian's the Green Lantern guy, so he helped me learn this, but a lot of our viewers are like, well, where's all the Yellow Lanterns? Where's all the Red Lanterns? Yada yada. They weren't around at the same time as the Green Lanterns. They were more recent things in the time of the DCU. So for our universe, this is the start of that. This is where now all those cores are going to start happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We had a Red Lantern at one point, but...
Yes, she played the Red Lantern.
Kind of, sort of.
You wanna... I don't think people want to. I don't think people quite realize, but we've also got Kendra Romero in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Casey Keith, how big is the territory that CAULIFLA's mob controls? Right now, she's got about half of New York. She's kind of butting heads with Lucky Luciano over territory. That's her biggest crime rival, who is a real person that actually existed in 1940s crime worlds. Tricky Star. Oh, I got a question. Is CAULIFLA from the same universe of Owlman? If so, what does she think of him? No, Owlman's universe 2 of DC Earths? Earth 2?
No, it's Earth 3.
Earth 3. Yeah, Owlman and the crime syndicate is Earth 3. Bombshells doesn't have an official number, but I did give it one in the first episode because Morrison gave us the multiverse map, and it had
the blank one.
Yeah, it had a bunch of Earths that don't have names and stuff yet, or aren't like officially recorded. And so I gave it one of those. I can't remember specifically which one. I think it might have been Earth 49 or something. But yeah, so Bombshell's Earth is completely different Earth. For those that really care about those super fucking nerdy details.
Can I grab 2 questions here that I saw that I really want to answer?
Sure. Yeah, shoot.
Okay. I'm just gonna interrupt you real quick. Sorry. I'm gonna let you finish. Stop Talking Shit keeps asking, how's Booster Gold's future in DBDC? I want y'all to answer that, and I'll give my opinion on Booster Gold when you're done.
I mean, I don't really have one. Like, he's a funny character that I've seen the Justice League cartoon. I don't really read many comics with Booster Gold, and I liked what Tom King did with him, but apparently no Booster Gold fan liked that, so you don't want to hear my opinion on Booster Gold there, and it's a very stupid thing that DC wants to try and make him and Harley Quinn a thing.
No, shit, that was where I was gonna fucking go just to piss off Aaron. I was gonna say, oh yeah, he and Harley are like romantically engaged. She decided Ivy was a toxic influence, but and so she's not. She's moving on to a more stable, more supportive partner in Booster fucking Gold. Personally, like as much as I do love the Harley Ivy ship, and I do think that's like that should really be the end game. That should really be the two of them together. I do also like the idea that Harley Quinn is a very like manic personality who keeps getting in really bad relationships first, and I like the idea that Ivy's the one who's like, just fucking date me, you moron! Like, goddamn, why do you keep ending up with these jackasses? I fucking love that idea, so I don't mind Booster and Harley being together as long as it's a temporary thing and it's done for the characters. I'm fine with the notion of it. I hope to God it's not permanent. I'll say that. I don't think it's a good match, but I think it's an interesting failure. Yeah, I think it's an interesting failure. I think that's like I have this bad tendency of giving DC way too much credit than they deserve.
Yeah,
like I absolutely admit it. Like, but that's the thing is I like to see the strength. I like to see like the good side of the argument. And I think I thought the same thing for Superman and Wonder Woman when that happened in New 52. I hate that relationship. It's a garbage relationship. But New 52 is also relatively early days career for them. That was like the big selling point is they started dating when they're still kind of both new to the hero business. And I think the notion of doing a Superman Wonder Woman relationship at that point in their lives is really interesting to see it fail. The problem is it never got to properly fail in an interesting way. It's just New 52 Superman died and Rebirth Superman came in. It was awkward and weird. But like, I think that's like, if I were doing my own DC universe and like one of the mandates was, okay, you have to put Superman and Wonder Woman in a relationship together, I could make it work provided I get to break that relationship by the end of things. So I don't know. I tend to give things too much credit. Who's going to be writing the book with Booster and Harley as a dynamic? Does anyone know?
I think it's the same writer that's been in the Harley Quinn book for a while now.
Oh, then yeah, she's got that. It'll be fine. Yeah, no, don't.
I think it's a dude.
Jimmy Plamatumi and Amanda Connor. They're if I'm remembering correctly, they're a husband.
No,
and wife
it's Sam Humphries.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I don't know what his history with the character is. It could burn. It could burn and be awful, and everyone could hate it. DC does this. They do these kind of things to kind of shock and get people talking because they know people will go hook, line, and sinker into it and just like, rage, but hey, you're talking about it, so here's our money. But like, conceptually, you can make that an interesting failure. I think there's potential for interesting failures. Let's also preface this with the fact that when the Harley Quinn television series got announced, Aaron got mad about the notion that Harley and Ivy weren't shipped right off the bat. And I think they did probably the best development of that relationship we've ever seen happen.
Okay, it seemed queerbaity in my defense. It seemed super queerbaity. I was like, okay, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And everybody said they weren't going to do it. And they did it. So in my defense, it looked like they weren't going to do it.
No,
so.
I mean, I again, it's... As someone that is writing a series where everyone's wondering, you're going to do this relationship, we're going to do this relationship... Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you right off the bat, and I'm going to mislead the fuck out of you all the way through, because that's my job as a writer. But you're right, there is definitely queerbaiting, there is definitely like those awkward things of companies being more cowardly. So it's a complicated thing. I don't want to roast you too hard for it, but at the same time, just let the people tell their story. Worst case scenario, it sucks, and then you get to rag on it all you want, but don't just kill it out the gate. It can be fine. They can make it work. You never know.
Most opinionated creators has
I don't listen to him. This is the man who tried to shut down the Solar Shark, which has become our fastest selling product. I'm a millionaire now on the back of the Solar Shark. So clearly, for all his fucking talk, I'm giving things benefit of the doubt. He's a big old hypocrite. So anyway,
and he achieves everything.
One of the questions I saw here.
He achieves everything.
One of the questions. Yes. One of the questions I saw here was, I heard you did a lot of collaborations with Devil Artemis. Are you planning on working with him again in future? Not again, I'm still working with him. I've been writing him with all his episodes he's been putting out. Just check the description, and we've got a co-writing credit. We go back and forth, and just, that's where the craziness side of me lets to be, because he's even crazier. So that's where the wildest, most ridiculous things happen. It's been a fun time. It's been, I'd love to do more stuff on him to get him on this channel as well, and maybe like a DBDC. That's the question I'll ask you. If you guys actually want a proper collaboration, someone needs to make a fucking Dragon Ball DC Goku model, and then we can use it for Devil Armor stuff. But until someone gets on that properly, then we can't do anything. So that's, to anyone who's a modder or something, that would be such a cool thing to see.
Hiding the fact that I'm a 3D modeler, but I suck at character models.
Just don't fucking expose yourself, man. That's
what. Gianni Perez, Geek, how about you do the live action parts for the DVDC Goku and Sid does the DVDC Vegeta? Yeah, you fucking coward, showing up here in your stupid orange jacket and not your DVDC Goku onesie. You fucking bitch. CAULIFLA, get on his ass.
I was waiting. Look, okay. I want to do that, when I can actually make it sellable for other people. I don't want to clickbait them. So, until that time, EBDC Goku is staying hidden away. But when he's ready to be unleashed, he shall be unleashed.
Mythology Guy says, isn't there already an Apocalypse Vegeta model? I made the Ozaru, but that was editing existing models and making just a couple pieces of armor, but character modeling is a fucking nightmare. It's so crazy to see Alfie working with Devil Artemis, because like he'll talk to me like, oh yeah, I wrote the script, and like the next day the fucking video's posted, and I'm like, how? I don't even understand how that dude renders that quickly. Like, that shit is insane, and all the character models are just, god damn, that's a lot of work. That man puts a lot, like, for all the stupid, but I love him, but stupid fucking jokes, he puts so much work into those. I really respect it. It's amazing the level of quality he turns out.
For sure. And speaking of other YouTubers, we just got another comment. Have you ever heard of Masako X? Gee, I don't know.
Have you ever watched the credits of Dragon Ball DC? That's like,
no, Dragon Ball DC fans don't watch Dragon Ball DC.
I know, like we're making fun of the fan base too much, but like legit, guys, just maybe we need to do the Marvel movie thing more and put in some post-credit stingers again. We did that in the very beginning, then we're like, the videos are getting too long anyway. But maybe we need to, just to like give people a reason to watch the credits, because no one watches the fucking credits. Oh, man.
I'm gonna grab Shane's comment quick about X-Men and Geek for Fun projects. I've been begging for X-Men forever, so he wants to voice Banshee, and I'm down for that. I've been bugging to put Mystique in, Colossus, a whole bunch of the X-Men. So, yeah, I'm definitely very X-Men enthusiastic, and my favorite team in Marvel. So, I definitely would love to see Geek for Fun tackle the X-Men someday. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but someday that it happens, because I love the X-Men.
Dude, I would voice Beast in a fucking heartbeat. I fucking love Hank McCoy so much.
Why am we with these X-Men stands?
I mean, I don't really like the X-Men that much. I just really fucking love Hank McCoy. He's just like, it's such a cool character.
I'll only do it if I'm able to. I was gonna say Professor X, because I can do I don't have to hide my accent with that one. But Professor X is a fucking scumbag.
So are you?
He's a pussy.
Oh.
Yes, okay, but I'm gonna go on the other side of the scumbag thing to a scumbag who actually does action, and I would actually love to do Magneto, because that's a fucking dickhead who gets shit done.
Whoa. Yeah, I think that you could do that. That'd be fun. I don't know.
So there's stuff like that. There's a. Sorry, I just got fucking freaked out because you just typed it on my YouTube account.
Sorry.
I was like, wait, did I got fucking Ultra Instinct now? My body moving without thought.
Just ready to like dunk on comments and not even have to think about it. Oh.
Holy shit. Yeah. There's something I've spoken to Erin about this. She knows what project I would have to use with the X-Men. It's a long way off because DBDC is going to be so big and so all-encompassing that to do justice to a big Marvel project like that, it would require not having DBDC on at the same time. So that it would have to be only after we've finished in DC, after we've wrapped up all we want to say here, at least for the Dragon Ball side of things. Then I would like to move on to Marvel, to kind of just, again, we don't want to play in the same ground all the time. Very much like a Bendis or something, right? He spends all those years in Marvel and then he comes over to DC and ruins everything, apparently. So that's what I want to do. I want to ruin everything in DC and then go over to Marvel, and then I want to ruin all your favorite things in Marvel as well. So, look forward
That's
to
fair.
it. Raise your eyes to the sun and witness the shark in all his glory fly out of the heat.
Raise your eyes to the sun and witness the shark.
Shortbeard just dunking on Beast for no reason. What a dick.
Okay, all X-Men fans.
Short beard. Short
All
fuse.
X-Men. All X-Men fans hate Beast usually. It's pretty standard. I don't hate Hank, but most people that are big X-Men stans do hate Hank. So
why? What did he ever do to anyone? He is innocent.
He's done a lot of sketchy shit.
Of course, because it's fucking X-Men. It's like, oh yes, this is the child I abandoned after I tortured it for 3 years. Like, fucking always happens with X-Men. Fucking Logan is like, oh yeah, here's this kid that I just beat up one day because I was bored. Now they're mad at me for some reason. Oh my. Like a Jean Grey. Oh god, there's that planet of aliens that I fucking Galactus because I was out in space dealing with the Phoenix Force. I can't believe they're mad at me. Fucking that's the entire X-Men series. Continuity. X-Men summarized by Sid Part 2. I just like fucking destroyed Erin's entire reality. She's just like silently breaking into a
I
billion
just tuned
pieces.
you out. That's all. After a while, I like you on the standard. I just tuned you out, like your thing, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to deal with things. It probably helps with the stress. I should probably try that more. 90s X-Men themes.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh. Man.
But yes, X-Men's all about pain and exclusion and a lot of abandonment and all that sort of, and it's very gay too. So there's a lot of stuff like that. So it's a fair critique. I mean, it's fair. It's true, unfortunately, but it makes it exist.
I'm always gonna flash back to the night Alfie, myself, and our buddy Ruben, Comics Kid 2099. Go check him out if you like What If things, because he does rewrites of like DC movies and Marvel movies and stuff. We were sitting there talking one night after an episode of Geeky Gentleman, and he's talking about X-Men comics, and it's like the most quintessential X-Men line, X-Men fan line I think I've ever heard, which is, I have X-Men comics I'm not proud of. And I'm just... shit is so on point.
It is one of my personal favorite life experiences, is hearing Ruben say I have X-Men comics I'm not proud of. I would have to be the fucking stone on my grave. It's fucking... He had some X-Men comics he wasn't proud of.
There's been so much content. That's the thing. There's just so many years of it. It's just so much. Just saturated the market. So.
Absolutely. Like I dunk on Ruben so much because he's like, oh, when I used to have a comic shop, I'd go and when I was a kid, and they had like a bin of comics where I could get like 5 comics for $3, or I could get 1 new issue for $3. So I always got the 5 comics for $3, and I just fucking like jutted in like, and that's why you're an X-Men fan, because all of those 3 comics for $1 fucking shit was 90s X-Men comics that just they couldn't get rid of in any other way but to practically give them the fuck away.
Yep. It's funny though, you pick Wolverine to make fun of, because I have a huge Generations Wolverine poster on my wall in the office I'm staring at right now. It's in my eye line. It's Laura and Logan. So the fact that you arbitrarily picked Wolverine to pick on, and I had this giant, huge poster is convenient.
I mean, it's not hard. Like, I can pick literally any X-Men character, and it's going to just be some, like, God, you're all just terrible people. Like, Emma Frost gets a lot of shit for being a bad person, but I think Emma Frost might be the only X-Men who's legitimately aware that they're all evil.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not an Emma fan. Yeah, she's self-aware. I will give her that.
Yeah.
Kitty Pryde is the worst member of the team, though. She's probably the worst worst mutant to ever exist. Most poorly written.
Yeah, I
Someone's
agree.
just in the chat right now crying. It's X-Men slander. I can't take this. He's about to fight us. He's about to grit his teeth, throw some hands. Bring it on, bitch. You wish you would.
Oh, this is a cool one. Gianni Perez. This question isn't related to DBDC. I'm just curious. Have you guys seen on Twitter the Karari comics? If so, what are your opinions on them? If it's the ones I'm thinking of, the Twitter artist that does all these comics with them, like kind of a vaguely GT setting, We absolutely love them, Alfie and I. We were just like talking about them in Discord all the time, about how much we fucking love these takes and stuff. It's great. Oh.
Just all my praises. Absolutely adore it.
Yeah.
It's a great example of like Dragon Ball fan work doing its job, in that it uses the opportunity as being a fan work to tell stories that Toriyama would never do, but without derailing it so it's not Dragon Ball anymore. It deals with more adult subject matter and more real personal issues, but it's always Dragon Ball. The characters are always written and they sound the same voice. When you hear how Goku is written, it sounds like Goku. It's got the hick accent to it. You see a Gohan, it's very quiet and meek and polite, with like great anger inside. Like, all of that is so good, and that's why I love fan works where we don't just use these character skins to tell a story arbitrarily. So many people, I love you, every single one of you, who comes in and shows these suggestions for us. That's such a great passion. But I do think, just as writers, you're doing yourself a disservice when you take something like the South Saga and you want us to insert that other characters to be put in that thing, because then that's not naturally coming out of those characters' interactions. You're forcing them to fit that. You're basically just making them wear an alt costume. You'll all say you want Brainiac to come in and fight Goku. It's not Goku versus Brainiac, then you just want Superman to wear a Goku costume, basically, right? Like, it's you need to think about, alright, characters first, and what do these characters specifically have interactions with. Example of this I want to give, just because this is an actual DC villain we used, Rogolzar, the one we really like, who kind of got a bad rap because Bendis didn't really know what to do with his own creation. So Rogolzar in the comics, as a Superman villain, not that good. He doesn't really challenge Clark that much. He's got the big Idstrud Krypton backstory, but that's all there is to him. He's got nothing. Clark doesn't bounce off him that well. There's no dynamic there because he's a hunter. But when you've got Rogolzar coming in there versus Kakarot, you've got a hunter versus a martial artist, which is a lot more of an interesting dynamic that you get going on there. So, as writers, always think about not necessarily who you'd like to see fare off, but what would this character's most interesting dynamic with someone else be? And as you can tell, Ian's dynamic has absolutely been gone. So that's why we've got Broly with us right now. But yeah, that's basically about that. And then Smug still on here with double thick fries, French fries. Wonderful, fantastic. We should be wrapping up soon, folks. So anyone who wants to get your questions in, just send us in the chat right now, and I'll try my best to be able to answer them as quickly as possible, as much. So let us know.
I'll do a shout out real quick. My friend Sky's watching, so I wanted to say hey. I didn't know he was in here, but apparently he is. So hey, Sky.
Hi, Sky.
That's Sky Summers, where Aaron Gray came from.
She's made it. Aaron's made it to the big leagues.
I have.
All right, this is what I want to say to you, Aaron, then, because we got a question. What do you think about Rogue?
I like her. I thought I've told you this before personally, but the Mr. and Mrs. X style, it worked. It was predictable, but it did work. I like Rogue. I don't think she's my favorite character at all by any means, but she's okay. I mean, she's decent. They didn't do her very well in the movies, but I think that they can improve on it, and she's an interesting character. It's an interesting power, so I like Rogue. She's cool.
Smokes this like, Rogue is the GOAT! Story shift, Chara plays, how didn't any Saiyans end up as Green Lanterns? Well, that's because although they do have strong willpower, all the Saiyans on the planets were like genocidal monsters, so they weren't going to send any rings that way. The morality thing is a big question. Oh, hold on. Smugstick is better than Geeks for Fun. Alright, I'm gonna delete this comment real quick. Although,
are you threatening those? I see Aaron wants your answer.
Oh my god, no, Lewis deleted that for me. What a bro move. Aaron, what's your answer? Rogue is the best girl.
Nothing threatened. I didn't say I didn't like her.
Yeah, it was
I
quite
do like
a
her.
neutral position, honestly.
I'm
Alf,
not.
how do you?
If I don't, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Alf, how do you narrate so smoothly? I stutter so much. Well, I stutter quite a bit as well. I have a handy thing called editing, which means after when I record, there's quite a lot of gaps, breaths, missed up words. So I delete them and edit, and that actually takes up quite a while. So what I get is the idealized version of narration. The only thing I can suggest to you is make sure when you speak, because as well I've done law training, so I've had to learn how to speak in front of people and learn how to speak and communicate and present arguments like in actual courts of law. So YouTube videos isn't as stressful, a little bit more though, so it depends. But with any kind of long form speaking, the more you do it, the more you practice, and the more you actually get used to speaking out loud, the easier it gets. Would you say that's the same for like voice acting?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, I have a natural. I'm a fast talker, and I actually have a little bit of a lisp, which is something I kind of struggle with. It's not real bad, but it's there. So the more I do it, and the more I talk on live streams, I talk on interviews, I do voice acting stuff, it starts to become easier. So I definitely. I mean, I have thousands of takes that are me cursing in the middle of the take, or ruining it, or doing something funky. So it never gets perfect, but it gets easier for sure.
So again, just keep practicing, and whenever you do that up, share it our way if you're in the Discord or something, and we'd be happy to give you positive advice or help you get on your way. Again, you watch those first episodes of DBDC, and my narration isn't as good either, so it's just practice. Last question. I'm wanting to write a DC story soon. Do you have any advice? I actually want to ask you this, Aaron, because for people to know you actually did dabble in writing quite a little bit. Do you have any advice for people wanting to write comic book related stories?
I would say stretch yourself. If you try to write something that you know inside and out, it's actually much, much, much harder than something that you don't know that well, at least for me. Writing characters I hate is easier than characters I love, and I would say writing something that you know intimately is so much harder to write than something that you know casually. So I would say, know your resources, know what you're doing, but don't pick something that you're so invested in that it becomes distracting, because it's so hard to separate yourself from that then, because nothing you ever write will be good enough if you pick something that you're steeped in.
So, because again, it could be overwhelming, and there's a lot of writers who actually get like Scott Snyder talks about when he first got the gig for Batman. He was like, "Oh no, I don't want to write this. There's too much pressure because I love this character. Give me someone else. Give me someone I'm not familiar with, because then I have more freedom that I'm not copying someone else's words." And I get that a lot as well. I feel the same as I wouldn't want to do. Like people say, "Oh, why don't you do the adaptation of this Dragon Ball story?" It's like, well, I wouldn't want to do that anyway because that'd just be lazy. But also, I really like Dragon Ball, so I don't want to try and touch that. I don't want to try and say, "Oh, well, no, I know how I should have done it." It feels a little bit arrogant to presume that. So I like to go in my own little corner and do my own stuff. That's why Dragon Ball Norse is its own saga. It's not taking anyone else's spot. It's just there. So that's how that goes. And to celebrate Ian disappearing for Baby Troubles, we now have video. See, backed me up. Your glasses. You think I'm funny? Funny how? So yeah, like again, just let us know any quick questions you have before we call this quits. Just seeing most of the same stuff though. We have found a new best character. Have you read DC's? You remember plenty of story made of character. Go Lady Shiva doing the nasty. What's your favorite Master ex-wife? It's just like I'm trying very hard to find new interesting questions. I guess I'll just ask one then. When doing CAULIFLA and having now, because you've seen some of the scripts for Bombshells, having a character where you're now the protagonist, versus like Kendra and Mera got their own shine. Like, I know you really enjoyed the Mera scene where you got to beat the fuck out of someone.
I did.
But how does it feel? Does it feel different moving to someone who you know is going to get like such a big role where they're going to be the focus, or do you approach it still the same way?
It's definitely because of who Kali is. It makes it a little easier because she's such a character. I mean, I hate to use the word character, but she's such a larger than life character that has her own vibe. That's different. Like when I'm doing any other, like if I'm doing Mira, or if I'm doing Hot Girl, or the new one character I'm doing, if I do her, it's a very different headspace. It's a lot harder for me. I feel like I slip into Kali a lot better. So I think I can sit there and I can like riff and just like marathon, you know, with Kali. I can just sit there and just do the whole ep in one go and in one night and get it done. So I think that it's not scary to me being usually I'd be scared and intimidated. I don't want to do though. I want to be a main, you know. Usually I was always kind of shy about that, but in this case I'm really excited for it. And I think that of all characters to do this with, you know, it being Kali is definitely the most fun. So I'm just psyched for it, and I think that everybody else is ready for it too, which is always great when we get fun things.
And with that, we have the perfect timing of the Wonder Baby returning.
Yeah.
Hello, good sir.
Haley was getting a little overwhelmed, so we're going to try and do this live.
You're going to dad live.
So there you have
Yep,
it.
I'm going to dad live.
This is what we say when Geeks for Fun is all daddies and mummies. This is what we're not lying.
Yeah. She's just being a fusser tonight.
Smug says, "That's a baby."
Yes, it is.
Lewis, look, I forgot I haven't had to talk with him yet. I'm so sorry, guys. This is so embarrassing. I haven't given Lewis the birds and the bees talk yet. He's still a bit too young.
Well, Leah was delivered by a stork. You're fine. Leah was delivered by a stork at 6:52 in the morning on May 21st. And she is just not eating tonight, apparently. That's her problem. Well, fine.
Luis says to Erin, can she say, "You think I'm funny? Funny how? Funny like a clown."
You can hear me say it in the video. I'll say it again though.
Yeah.
So you think I'm funny? Funny how? Funny like a clown and make you laugh? I'm here to amuse you?
There you go. Someone says, "Funny like you, Smug Stick. You are the clown." God damn.
Ooh, roasted. I love who was our last donor? I can't remember the name, but they made a comment about Kali slipping into Kale pretty easily too. I thought that was funny. I like that one. That was
Yeah,
cute.
this was another question I saw. Erin, who tops, CAULIFLA or Kale?
That's a good question because on the one hand, I want to say CAULIFLA just because it's her, but I think that in that dynamic, when you have somebody who's so over the top, in your face like that, I feel like she would, in the spur of the moment, I feel like Kale would top. To be honest with you,
The important questions.
I mean,
So glad I'm wearing headphones right now in front of the baby.
yeah, there you go. It's just what you need to learn. It's what you need to learn. Any last few questions from people? Again, don't repeat the same ones. Just let us know real quick. It seems like most people have kind of ran out of suggestions they've got it. I guess just before we wrap up then, have the people have questions specifically for the previous saga, for the Super Saiyan saga, moments they liked, moments they'd want to see us get our thoughts on when we were writing, why we chose to do this choice or this choice, the big Raditz twist we gave you guys, like do people have any thoughts on those?
$2 donation from Shortbeard. CAULIFLA confirmed. Power bottom.
There we go.
Tell the Pillow Princess. That's just how it goes.
Oh,
That's just how it goes.
wow, that's an interesting one.
I'll have to run it by our Kale actress, see how she feels about it.
What Lantern Corps would CAULIFLA be in?
It's hard not to say Rage.
Yeah.
Because she's got a temper. But Rage is more meant for, like, that righteous fury kind of thing. Like, Punisher would be a good Red Lantern, for example. CAULIFLA doesn't quite have that, because she hasn't had, like, the loss. I guess Will, because she's stubborn as all hell. And that kind of, like, I can do that kind of way. Like, CAULIFLA is, like, you don't take her to, like, the fucking circus, because if you do, she'll be like, oh, no, I can fucking do the trapeze thing. It's fine. I could ride the motorcycle in the fucking cage. I'll be fine. And it's just like that will to do it when the will outmatches the ability kind of person.
She can do anything she puts her mind to. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Before the start of the Super Saiyan Saga, wasn't Raditz and Nappa revived? Where are these two Saiyans now? We get this question a lot. Again, they did get revived, but if we're not answering it, because it's going to be for a reveal later. But you will find out. We're going to have a Jenny Olsen episode coming out in this week or so. And that's going to hopefully make you answer all your questions about where they've been, or where they haven't been, even. So don't worry, we haven't forgot. They're just we're focusing on other stuff, so we're not going to tell you stuff about that.
Do you think Goku could possess the Life Lantern Ring? Probably not. He'd do about as well with it as like Hal Jordan and Sinestro and all the other false White Lanterns did, where he might be able to use it for a few seconds, but nah, he wouldn't be able to use it long term. Will Broly marry an Atlantean? Will Gohan end up with the Thanagarian? Will Vegeta end up with an Amazon? Find out next time on Dragon Ball DC.
Lovely. That's the new outro theme.
Yeah, just me acapella it. That'd be pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
That's the way. That's the way forward. Well, you guys get the idea for the speech or what's sunny about. Let's factor in the American way at the end of the Super Saiyan reference. Oh, well, because everyone really likes that Superman speech, and I'm actually not the biggest fan of it. Again, the Superman fan who hates Superman. That just needs to be what my title is, apparently.
Don't fuck with Superman fans. They don't like Superman.
Yeah. This new Superman comic came out. Chadley. It was bad. We know. So like, there's a reason why I use that was because I wanted to get a twisted version of what fans who like Superman apparently want from him, and I'm trying to show you how scary that could be if only a few words were changed. And like, it's interesting as well, because a lot of people kind of took that as like a big heroic moment. You've got the Superman theme in the background playing, but if you listen and you see how Masako did such a good job with delivery of that, like he really went for it at the end. We can tell he got passionate about it. If you listen to the delivery, you can tell how fucked up what he's saying actually is. So pay attention to that. Rewatch the episode. These episodes are meant to be rewatched. You go back and do it. See if you pick up on that. With Superboy's interactions, there's a little thing off about that kid. Something's not right yet with him. And I think that's something I'm really excited to delve into for the next saga, now that he's been publicly revealed. And how do the other heroes now interact with him? Because so far, all we've seen him is talk to Lex. I'm very excited for you guys to see how he'll interact with everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Even Lord, why was Vegeta redeemed? Vegeta has been redeemed to death and he was extremely evil. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Like, Vegeta's an interesting case in canon because Toriyama was trying the trick like 2 or 3 times before that. I mean, there's other like smaller examples of it, but like the big one is Tien, it happens in an arc. Piccolo, it happens over the course of 2 arcs. or 3 if you count King Piccolo, but and then Vegeta, it took like 4 for him to really get there, or like 3.5 at least, depending on how you stack it up. It took a long time, and I think it's Toriyama playing with that idea and really trying to refine it and get it down, and Vegeta's like that perfect version of it, where he knows how to space it out just right at that point. He knows how not to blow his load too early. So I think it makes perfect sense for Vegeta to be redeemed, and like that's the power of fiction, right? Like, yes, if Vegeta was a real person, there's a great dorkly animation where like Vegeta gets drunk. It's like, you know how everyone hates Hitler? Well, I did the math, and I'm like 50 Hitlers. It's like a really good point. Like, if Vegeta was a real person, of course he's a terrible person. He doesn't deserve a wife and child. He doesn't deserve to be happy. But he's a fictional character, so you give him some slack for that. It's like, no, I think it makes perfect sense for Vegeta to get a redemption, and like I think it's certainly not the creation of the trope or anything, but goddamn, if Vegeta isn't like the reason that you get so many redemption arcs in anime, because it's just done so fucking masterfully, and everyone else is just trying to capture that lightning in a bottle all over again. I fucking love it. Legit, it's like writing Vegeta in DC is so gratifying for me, and it really makes me kind of want to go and do the Superman and Marvel thing. Because I would write Zod the way everyone thinks Vegeta is. Like the anti-Vegeta stans think of is how you write Zod. Where, you know, like there's very important context in that Vegeta did his evil things when he was young, and then he's given the chance for redemption, and it takes him a while to get out of that mindset, but then he gets there. Whereas Zod did the evil things when he was an adult and was given chances of redemption anyway, and like spits on them, and it's a very interesting reversal of the same kind of role for the character.
Definitely. Was it just Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz? Yeah, that was it. You saw Tarble die again. Watch the episodes. Enjoy it. And Broly and Paragus were on their vulnerable world. So every other Saiyan is dead. That's how we're treating it. That's why there's no Talis or anything like that. It's just like those are the only survivors from Planet Vegeta. Yep. Nappa, Raditz, Vegeta, Paragus, Broly, Kakarot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Bardock and Gine, and also King Vegeta, and also the one Saiyan scientist.
Yeah, they're just chilling. they were just vibing this whole time. That's gonna be our version of free Jokers. It's gonna be free Saiyans.
Like, I joke about that, and like legit, I'm gonna see someone comment later on. It's like, no, one of the writers confirmed that King Vegeta's alive in this universe. Like, I know I'm gonna fucking see it.
It was on stream. He was in front of his baby and everything. He went live in front of his own baby.
Platypus says Alfie is meant to lie. That is definitely true.
Oh yeah, like straight to people's faces.
And I'm a trickster. It's what I do.
Will Goku be using the Power Pole and the Nimbus once again? Will Metropolis finally get a redesign? We're not redesigning.
Okay,
Metropolis.
I need to. You're watching this, so I need to tell you. You've been commenting this since episode 1. Metropolis is not getting a redesign. Give it up. You lost. It's done. Why would it? It didn't even get injured. It was fine. It wasn't the same invasion. Like, every episode I have to see the Metropolis redesign. I'm trying to read. Why do you do this to me, man? You love the show. I want to love you, man. We had a connection. Why do you have to... Oh, stop happening.
We'll get some positivity. One MVP, one boy says, "How was your day, CAULIFLA?"
Are they asking me, or are they asking...
They're asking CAULIFLA. So I'm really curious to hear CAULIFLA explain how her day went.
You know, it was kind of boring. I mean, we blasted a few cronies of Lucky Lou, but ain't nothing to talk about. Nothing real exciting to Kayla and I went out for some nochi at the at Mario's and caught up with Tony and Gianni and I don't know. I gotta go with it. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
Italian people.
Generic Italian names.
Oh, man.
My day was okay.
Makes sense.
Two truths of Dragon Ball DC. Darkseid is, Alfie lies.
True.
I mean, that's even truer because Ian plays Darkseid, so it is the two writers of DPDC.
The most malicious force of DBDC is one of the writers. It's kind of awesome.
It's pretty great.
The Goku Black who laughs.
Yes. Because the Joker has a super talk thing that if you kill the Joker, whoever is killed by the Joker will become the next Joker. It's canon in DC, and it's
Not that again.
It's always real, Aaron.
But
It's
like,
as real as you are.
The comics are giving me a headache. I read that little dissertation. It was like the freaking Injustice costumes all over again. I didn't.
It's real. It's real. It's Superman's headpiece is right there next to her. They're just there, chilling, just vibing.
Casey Keith, the third truth of DBDC, the solar shark is beyond all.
This is
Thank
true.
you. Praise be.
All hail Solar Shark.
All hail the solar shark.
Just like to imagine like fucking professional artist is like, I will award one free commission to someone that follows me on Twitter and tweets this. Like fucking like, you know, legendary comic book artists like fucking Steven Sejic does it or something. And Alfie somehow manages to win. And then he fucking commissions the solar shark.
No, because you mad Sejic drew that fucking sick ass dragon. You mad on the solar. It'd be so good. Like the sun. I look. Let's DM him right now. He's not working for DC anymore. He needs the money. We can help.
He's not working for DC because he needs the money and they don't pay him enough. Like, I have so much respect for Steven Sejic because he's legit said, yeah, no, anytime I'm not making Sunstone, I'm losing money, but I have stories I want to tell outside of it. And occasionally that means working for DC. I'm like, god damn, what a Chad.
You should commission BDSM Solar Shark from Bondage Solar Shark.
They have two dicks, so I mean that would be interesting.
You are so...
Wait, sharks do? I don't know that. I'm disturbed that you knew that, but I didn't know that.
Look,
Man, what does that make
research on
King
the solar
Shark
shark
then?
very
I'm
diligently.
gonna have to edit my King Shark / Clayface / fiction. Shit.
There you go.
It just got a whole lot more interesting. Oh boy. I think this is looking like a goodish time to call it. So let's just say next 5 questions, rapid fire, and we'll have to wait a little bit just because the stream delay and such. But next 5 questions, we'll wrap it up and try your best to make them CAULIFLA questions because while we've got Aaron.
Yeah. CAULIFLA, next 5 CAULIFLA questions.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, she's even coming back on video for it.
This is how
Okay.
we're talking about it now. We're going for it.
Mm-hmm. Waiting.
Just you guys. Okay.
In the latest episode, what is the solar shark?
Why haven't you watched the show? When next one? Oh, I haven't even watched the newest one yet. It's fucking...
It feels like it's a psychological experiment, really.
They're trying to drive you crazy.
Yeah.
They're trying to drive us all crazy. What powering would CAULIFLA have? We already answered this. I guess just then for Aaron, you want to answer in CAULIFLA's voice what she thinks of the Green Lantern rings or something.
Well, I don't want to do it because I don't want it to. I've read content, so I don't wanna...
never mind. Just say fucking space ACAB.
Space ACAB, is that what you said?
Yeah, Space ACAB.
Space ACAB. Hashtag Black
go.
Lives Matter.
There we go. Irishman quote for Kali. You don't keep a woman waiting. The only time you do is when you want to say something. When you want to say fuck you.
I can't even see that comment. Hang on a second.
It's Comic Platypus.
Because I won't roll that. I'm not that smart.
We know.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you.
I have a baby, though. You can't be mad at me.
What does that have to do with anything? I can think she's adorable and still think you're a douche. There's no... Oh, here's a question for me. I'll answer. This is a question for the voice actor of CAULIFLA. What got you into voice acting? When I was little, I was really, really into DC shows. They're my favorite things. I always loved Tara Strong a lot, and a lot of my favorite characters were voiced by her. I loved Teen Titans growing up a lot too. So I always wanted to do it. When I was little, I used to sit in my room with a tape recorder and just play stuff back to myself and just talk to myself in different voices for fun to see what I could do. But I never really did it for a pastime or for money until relatively recently. I saw a casting call on Twitter and I submitted stuff, and it's been kind of, that's what's happened since. So
It's a fun world. We love having you on. It's great to have you on and help, like, not only work with you for voice acting, but also writing and stuff.
For sure. Without you, Aaron, we wouldn't be able to be as successful with CAULIFLA or anything with the Entity Saga, with Kendra and Mara and everything. It was a fantastic job, so full praises is the roasting.
Yeah. Trenton Brown, this is a sweet one. Can Aaron say as CAULIFLA, Kale, baby, you're my angel?
Kale, baby, you're my angel.
Aw, so cute.
I know, they're so adorable. I'm gonna turn my camera off because I'm making stupid expressions. And I don't... It's not working. Turn off. There we go. Okay. I have a delay, so I keep moving.
Well, it's a good thing you did nothing embarrassing then, isn't it? That clearly worked. You were embarrassed, and so you decided to fuck up on the technical aspect.
Alfie, I swear to God, the next time you fuck up something technical, I'm going to roast you. I'm going to ride you into the fucking sunset, man. Like, just Jesus, all the sass you give us. I'm gonna fucking, like, lay into you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that because my laptop is ancient.
I've been waiting for you to say that to me for years, Ian.
Here's a cool one. What does CAULIFLA think of Harley Quinn? Aaron, you're a Harley fan. What does CAULIFLA think of Harley Quinn?
They get along, I think. I think that she would get frustrated with how easily distracted Harley is, but I think they get along pretty well. I see them being buds.
Cool.
Gay right.
Which again kind of also goes to because we had Kakarot and Harley be on good terms as well. It just those personalities work really well as friends. They're both just that kind of pure souls. Where Harley's kind of a damaged flower, but Kakarot and CAULIFLA are kind of strong, tough flowers. But they're at the same time they're still ditzy. But they're like in that kind of like. So I don't know what the meme is where it's like, there's no way we can jump over this building. It's like, yes it can if we get a big enough ramp. Like it's that kind of like idiot where like they're the gung ho idiot.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Good one. I don't know what number of question we're at, Alfie.
We'll do one more.
Okay. No, it's not a good one. Casey Keith says, I hope someone makes a supercut of CAULIFLA lines after we hear her more. Dude, it has been so much fun to write CAULIFLA. Because, like you know how people say, oh, you shouldn't write a bunch of curse words. Curse words aren't funny. They don't make your story more interesting. It just makes it seem unintelligent. No, oh my God. the cursing is so much fun. Just like really creative cursing. I'll make this announcement, so I lock Alfie into it. We talked about it, and he's been like kind of fence jumping on it. But I'm fucking making it as an announcement. So for the Bombshell Saga, we like the sound, the way that the words play when we censor them. We think it's funny, and it also helps us because YouTube can be kind of finicky about how much cursing you can do in a video. So like the main public release episodes of the Bombshell Saga will be bleeped, like CAULIFLA's appearance in the Super Saiyan Saga. We're gonna do a Patreon exclusive uncensored version of the Bombshell Saga. just for fucking CAULIFLA's horrific fucking sailor's mouth. It's gonna be so dope. I'm so hyped.
If you want to send requests in too, I'll say anything except for racial slurs or gay slurs. So if you want to say anything, I'll say any curse word except for anything that's racist or bigoted. So if you want a certain dialogue, send it forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's your Patreon tiers with people.
Yeah. That's how you fucking get them, man. Like it's gonna be Patreon exclusive. You'll have the fucking uncensored version of the Bombshells cut. It's gonna be so good. You're fine. Okay, you're fine. Kashani boy, you have a kid? How? Well, you see, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, they call the stork. And the stork brings a nice, bouncy baby that smiles in happiness and doesn't refuse to eat, and also doesn't keep trying to push our pacifier out of her mouth because she's way too awake right now. Probably because daddy keeps talking, though.
And on that note, then... Oh yeah, this last one, because this one is a funny one. Voice line for CAULIFLA to close us out. Say, I am the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you.
Alright. I'm the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you.
There we go. That's a sweet one.
Very nice.
Alright. Everyone, thanks so